Muireall's hands flew to her mouth, stifling the scream that came as a scraggly man leapt from within the branches of a red maple as her sister passed. Green leaves rustled as he landed upon her sister's lean form, his momentum toppling them both to the ground. Margaret scrambled out from under him, but he grabbed her ankles and yanked her back. Meanwhile, tears streamed down Muireall's face, for she knew no matter how hard she attempted to move, she was bound in place. Muireall bolted upright, but darkness enveloped her. She swiped at the tears on her face and gasped for breath. The room seemed as devoid of air as it was of light. Clambering to the head of her cot, she located the candle on the bedside table and fumbled to light it. Finally, a small flame broke through the inky black, and her breathing began to slow. 'Twas only a dream. The same dream that had plagued her every night for 2 weeks, but still only a dream. Why was she afflicted with these nightmares now, nearly 4 years after she and her sister were attacked in their own home? Because something was terribly wrong. A shiver ran through Muireall. Nay. She shook her head and moved to start a fire in the hearth, as if the movement could shake the trepidation from her bones. Margaret was safe, living in the home their father had built near the Green River. A tear slipped down her cheek. How could she know that for sure? Muireall had not received a single word from Margaret in the time since her sister returned home. There was no mail service on the frontier, after all. One rarely even had visitors. With this knowledge, Muireall had been forced to assume Margaret and her husband had made it safely home, where they started their family. And she had lived peacefully with that assumption, until the nightmares came. Dread swirled in her stomach. Once Muireall had coaxed the flames to life and hung a kettle of water over the fire, she wrapped herself in a wool shawl and threw open the door. A cold breeze greeted her, the chill of night not yet having been pushed out by the sun's warmth. Though the world outside was a blur, a smudge of pink on the horizon revealed that soon all would be bathed in light. Hopefully, it would edge the gloominess out of her soul. Still, there was a portion of Muireall that longed to return to her sister's side, to ensure that all was well with her only remaining relation. A frown tugged the edges of her mouth downward. She could never do that. Traveling back into the wilderness would mean enlisting the aid of someone who could see more than 5 inches in front of their own face. And she could never let anyone know her secret. Margaret was not even aware of her blemish. Nay, Muireall's mither had made it clear that should anyone find out, it would ruin her chances at marriage.